Okay, so here is the end result, and looking a lot better than it was before. This is going to move because I'm right now printing out labels and I needed a space to put that stuff. But now I have more workspace here so I can make more products because I'm trying to like keep everything to that side over there. And I can now lay out the candles in a row instead of like doing 6 or 8 at a time. And then I also will probably have room to have the reed diffusers and room sprays done. So I am happy with this. I am not happy that the table is facing the window, but oh, and this is my laundry that I have to put away. But I am happy with the fact that the table is finally clear and more functional for me to make my products. I don't know about over here and what I'm going to do with this over here. I tried stacking it and we don't really have much room in my storage units to put stuff. Like that stuff over there is going to storage, but we don't have much room. And the reason why I can't stack this even further is because my mom's little red wagon is holding up these crates here. But I am definitely going to organize this mess because I cannot with this mess here. And I'm going to organize this and just continue to work on the apartment one bit at a time so that it actually looks like a livable space again. I don't know how it got so out of control, but I'm ready for it to be clean. I am ready for, yes, I have grays up here, but I am ready for a new space. I cannot deal with this limited space here and limited storage. Yes, we do have a lot of stuff and we want to get rid of a lot of stuff, but we also want to have space to put stuff. And right now that's what I'm finding is the hardest thing in this apartment is that there are no closets really. There's no where we can put like shelving and stuff aside from the one that I have there. But that is it for today. I was going to make the candles today, but I'm actually going to make the candles tomorrow so that I could start early and try and make as many as I can, because while I was cleaning off this shelf over here, I did notice that there are some candles that I have none of, and I have to update inventory to reflect that. So I'm going to try and make as much candles as I can tomorrow and Saturday because I have squandered days. So I'm going to try and do that tomorrow. Today, I really just want to work with the computer and just get stuff printed out, labels and stuff that I'm going to need because I might not have time in between to print out labels, but I want to print out at least 4 sheets of everything so that I have it. That way I'm ready to go. But the candles I definitely want to make an abundance of because I don't think I'll have time in between the markets to do so. But that is pretty much it for right now. I'm going to do a complete intro tomorrow when I'm making the candles, and we're going to talk about what is coming up for me and my small business as well for the month of May, which is my most jam-packed month ever. I'm going all slow, which is my most jam-packed month ever. Even though I've only been in business, this is my second full year now in business. But it is full of markets next month. So we're going to talk about that tomorrow. But I want to finish up because it is late and I don't want to be up like last night trying to print everything. But I will see you guys in tomorrow's video. Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So it is the next day and I said I was going to do this intro and I'm doing the intro now instead of yesterday. But today I am going to be making a whole bunch of candles here. I'm going to be making 34 candles, or at least trying to today. And then tomorrow I'm also going to be making candles. And the reason why I'm making all of these candles is because I finally have markets coming up in May. And it's not just one market or two markets. It's actually 5 markets coming up in the month of May. So I have some inventory already done from previously, which I checked them and everything's looking fine and great. But I want to add to that so that I have enough that's going to cover me for the entire month of May. Now, I do have 2 markets also coming up in the summer, which are both weekend markets. But for now, I just want to prep for these May markets that are coming up. And I am actually excited because 2 of them are actually street fairs. They're like street fairs. So I'll be doing those. And then, of course, I have a bunch of markets with Brooklyn pop-up. And then I have one night market, which is crazy because it's going to be on a Friday night. And I've never did a weekday market. So we'll see how that one goes. But for now, the first market that's coming up for me is next Saturday. Yeah, it's coming up on May 3rd. And I feel like I've said the word market 20 times already in this little intro here. But I have been sitting here prepping all of my stuff for now. I still didn't wick my jars. So today I'm working on my comfort collection. And I'm going to be making the new version of Relaxing Shoreside so that I can have them ready to go come next Saturday. I have all my oils here. So I use these bottles here. They're 16 ounces. I got them off of Amazon a long time ago. And I use it here because Relaxing is a blend. And also Calming Spa Day is also a blend. So I put them in there just so I don't have to pull out all the different oils that go into it. I can just measure it out from the bottle here. And then of course I have Sunday Walk, which isn't a blend, and I have Passion Sunrise as well. So those are the ones that I'm making for today. Everything else is pretty much covered for the month, so I really don't have to make them. But I am all set up. I have my jars, and I'm going to show you guys in a minute, but I have my jars sitting here, and now I have to wick them because they need to be wicked. So I haven't gotten to that yet. I've been working on measuring out the oils so that I can quickly pour them as I go. I am using my wax melter today instead of the double boiler method because I have 34 candles that I'm making today. And I want to move a little quicker than waiting for it. So the wax is in there melting now. I put that on first thing before I started everything. But now all I need is to clean the jars, wick the jars, and get them ready to go. Alright, so I just finished wicking all the jars that I need, and it's probably one of the worst things that I hate to do when it comes to making candles is wicking the jars. When it's like 1 or 2 or maybe 5, it's no problem. But when it's 34 jars, it takes a while to get them all wicked. But they are all wicked, and I think they are centered enough that, yeah, they are centered enough. I use those wick setters. Wick setters? Yeah. I think that's what they're called. I use the wick setters because if you're new here and you don't know, I have carpal tunnel in both hands. So if I was to use just a standard setter to put the wicks in, it's kind of difficult on my hands, and plus I can never get it centered properly. So those type of tools work out perfectly for me because they have the thing to go around the mouth of the jar, and all I have to do is put it on there and stamp down lightly, or I'll press down, and then it's all set for me. But now I'm trying to decide whether I want to put the wick holders, yeah, it says snacks on the side there, whether I want to put the wick holders on now or I want to wait until I pour them. And I feel like I want to put them on now real quick, but also this leaves it open for me to easily pour, and then I could just put it on top. So I'll probably just do that instead of putting them on first. Or should I? I don't know. These are the questions I ask myself. But the wax is all melted and ready to go. All I have to do now is separate the jars because I need to know what's what, and then after that I'm gonna go ahead and measure out the oil for each one and put the setters on, and that'll be that. Yeah, I think that's it. So let's get started because that took a little longer than expected. Oh, and I have my fan on, so I'm sorry for the loud noise in the background. If I can't edit out the noise and soften it a little bit, but I will try. But it is hot in here and the window is open, and it's like 71, 72 degrees here in the city, so I had to put on my big fan. It's like a vortex and it cools me off, and it's so nice. When I'm sitting here, it's so nice, but it's going to spin up the scents from the candles. But let me separate them and get started on pouring because it is late in the day, and we'll chat as I pour it, or we'll chat afterwards. Let's go check on the wax. Excuse my messy kitchen. I'll be cleaning this up hopefully after next week, but here is the wax already melted. So I'm gonna let the wax heat up because the temperature dropped a little bit, so I'm gonna let it heat up some. But while I wait, because I turned it up just a little bit so that it can heat up. But while I wait, I wanted to show you all these boxes here. So I know I showed you guys this box before, but I've been working on the label for it, and I got the label designed and ready to go. So I did it on my Cricut, and I did a lot of adjusting to make sure that the label is on there. See if it's, yeah. So I'm gonna put a better picture, but I like the way it came out. It looks so professional looking to me, and I just love the way they came out. I still have to work a little bit on the square because it's a little off, and seeing as I'm a bit of a perfectionist, I really want that to like line up. But yeah, that is going to be the design of the new Reed diffuser boxes, and hopefully they'll be ready to go by next Saturday and I can take them with me. Now the other thing I have to figure out is boxing for it, because if I'm going to shift from the other box to these. I have to figure out what type of box I could put them in. Now, if somebody orders one reed diffuser, then it works out perfectly, because then I could get those long boxes that they have for like wine bottles, and I could ship them in there. But if people order like reed diffuser and then I have to figure out what box to put them in. So it'd probably be more of a tall box for them rather than like one that goes widthwise like that. And then also I did design the cards for the card diffusers. Let me actually move my camera so that I'm not like stretching over everything. Hold on. So I have been doing a lot of work in Canva, and I wanted to get these new themes up and ready, and also I wanted to get some of my designs a little more different, a little more cohesive. I was looking for my other box. Oh, it's over there. Okay. But these are the care cards for the card diffusers that I'm going to be making, and I'm going to be making those probably sometime next week. But this is the front of them. They're very simple, on brand, and then this is the back. It has, because the camera keeps going out, but it has, getting dark, but it has the care information there. So I like the way these came out. It has the little information at the bottom on this one that tells you about where you can find me at on Instagram. And I put my YouTube channel instead of Facebook because I really don't use Facebook like that. I actually want to get away from Facebook and not use it anymore. And then the other one is for the wax sachets, which I'm also going to be making next week. The good thing about those compared to the candles is I can make them and be done with them. And they're pretty much on the same color here. This is the front here, and it has the website at the bottom. And then on the back, it also has the information on how to use the wax sachets. So I am happy with how these came out. And they're going to be going inside the bag. I'm going to order one last thing to go with the packaging for it and see how it works. And then finally, the other thing, because I ordered a whole bunch of stuff. So this is just my wicks here for my 10-ounce candles. So I ordered from Black Tie Barn because these are Premier wicks. So it looks like I'm going to be using Premier wicks for some of them. Ended up designing different care cards for my candles because I wanted it to be like on brand and cohesive with the reed diffuser care cards, and the wax melt care cards. So I ended up going with Canva and printing them out. They came out really nice. I really, really like them. Here's the front of them there. My lighting keeps going out, I'm sorry. But here is the back of them here. And when I do the redo of the other two cards, I'm thinking I'm going to change the color of the thank you side of it and have that go with the actual wording that's up here. So I put the wording here in green, and then I put the thank you side with green on this side here. So they came out really nice. I really, really like them. It says let's connect, and on here I did use Facebook on here. I should have used YouTube on here. And then on the other side down there is the website, the Etsy shop. So I have those. I only ordered 25 of these because I didn't know how they were going to come out. And now that I like the way they came out, I'm going to order another 50 of them. So I am happy for that. And then finally, I have these thank you cards here because I got tired of writing on the receipt of the order and I wanted it to be a little more personal. So I got these, and they are matte paper, so I can write on it and I can write personal notes to everyone who orders. So I am excited about this. This is a little lotus flower because that is kind of like the mascot of my company, is a lotus flower. So I ordered some of those, and then they have an envelope with them, which is perfect. So that is everything that I ordered for there. Everything else was just stuff that I need for making the products. I still have 1, 2, 3, 4 more boxes coming, and I still have to order something else before next Saturday. So really, I just want to get all the products done. Like the room sprays, I don't have to really make a lot of room sprays, but I do have to make a lot of reed diffusers, and I hope I have enough diffuser base. And I do have to make the wax sachets, and I'm going to make wax melts. So I'm going to go ahead and make more wax melts. But I wanted to get the candles out of the way because the candles take the longest. And yeah, I need to get those out of the way. But I'm excited because now I have 2 other candles in the 10 ounce size that is coming, that is debuting next week. And then I really want to put out a full, even though it's all out of order, I want to put a full launch of the actual collection. I wish they would all like pass testing at the same time, but I'm happy that Coastal is ready to go. I'm happy that Mahogany is ready to go. And the 2 new ones that I started testing will pretty much round out the 2 collections there. So I have a lot of product to make, and I looked at my Notion board and it said over 100 and something items, and I'm like, what? But I have to remember, I'm not making it just for this market. I'm making it for the duration of the market. So hopefully I have space to put all of this stuff. But that's enough of me rambling because it is now 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So let me go ahead and check on the wax, and then we can start pouring and getting this ready to go. So we're now down to the last batch, which is Calming Spa Day. I just finished doing Relaxing Shoreside here. And once I'm done here, then I could just clean up because it is hot and I don't want to turn the fan on because I feel like it might like cool the candles a little quicker. So I'm gonna do calming. Hopefully I have enough wax in the warmer, that I don't have to wait for more to melt. But let's do the calming and let's wrap up this whole video here. Okay, so all the candles have been poured and now they're just gonna set. And I think what I'm gonna do tomorrow before I start the other set is I'm gonna poke like little holes around the wick so that there's no sinkholes that could possibly be within it. But it should be fine. Still gonna do that anyway. And then I will move these off the table, close them up, move them off the table, and get started with the next set tomorrow. But I am happy that the Comfort collection is done. And now I'm going to move on tomorrow to the Escape collection and the Relaxation collection. I am going to wrap it up here. I am hot and sweaty and I would like to take a shower and get myself cleaned up. And I still got to clean up some of the mess here. I do, before I close out the video, like that I have more space than before. Before I was working with a space that was like this big and I had to do certain amounts at a time. Now I can fit 34 and then some on this little space that I have because it's a 4-foot table. So I do like that. I don't know if I like it being near the window. So it's not like I have a view or anything. There's just a brick window there. But I mean a brick building across from me. So it's not like I have a nice view while I pour candles. But I'm going to wrap it up here. I'm going to give you guys an update in the next video of all some of the stuff that I did purchase, and we're going to continue to prep for the markets in May. I have a market every week except for every weekend except for May 10th. I get a break in the beginning, but I have a market every weekend, and then I still got to figure out how I'm going to do transportation to get my tent and my wagon, because my other wagon, because I have no space for it here, and it's just easier to go to the storage unit that's not that far from me to get it. So yeah, we're prepping for these markets, and I'll talk a little more about the markets that I'm going to do in the next video. But that was it for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed watching me pour candles and make inventory for the upcoming markets. And if you did, then go ahead, hit that like button, and don't forget to share and comment in the comments down below, as well as, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button so that you could be notified when the next... Oh, I'm sorry. I'm getting ahead of myself. Hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you could be notified when the next new video comes out. So with all of that being said, I hope you all enjoy the rest of your week, and don't forget to show yourself a little more appreciation. So until then, this is Tammy saying, take care, everyone.